Do you feel resentful when someone reminds you of tasks left undone? Do you sometimes delay a task so long that you're embarrassed to do it? Do you find yourself frequently making excuses for work unfinished? Do you spend time on non-essentials while letting important work go? Do you have a hard time determining what to do first? Do you often agree to do a task and then regret it? Have you ever put off signing your kids up for something and they totally missed out? Do you sometimes think that if you wait long enough, the task will not have to be done? If you found yourself answering yes to a bunch of those questions, but honestly, if you were just honest enough to admit, this might be a thing for me. I mean, if you would admit that it's a continual problem for you, then I don't have to tell you how it causes your stress levels to go up and your blood pressure to rise. It erodes your sense of joy and accomplishment. It gives you a chronic sense of guilt. It creates friction in your relationships, and it eats away at your self-esteem. I found there are several factors involved. The first one would be indecision. Just indecision. Do you ever drive your server crazy at a restaurant because you can't make up your mind what you're going to get off that menu? You ever been late for work or late for school because you stood for way too long in front of your closet deciding what you're going to wear for the day? A double-minded man, a double-minded woman is unstable in all they do. But most procrastinators are really closet perfectionists. Do you know that? It's either, I'm not going to be able to do it good enough, so why finish? Or I'm not going to do it until I can get it absolutely perfect. Or I'm going to continue to work on this over and over and over and over while I let important things slide. If you wait for perfect conditions, you'll never get anything done. You see, when we put stuff off, the problems don't go away. They just get progressively worse. Sometimes we procrastinate because of fear. The lazy person is full of excuses saying, oh, I can't go outside because there might be a lion on the road. Yes, I'm sure there's a lion out there. See, fear paralyzes us. It'll make you live with like one foot on the brake. I mean, how many of us have put off that much-needed trip to the dentist simply because of fear? Or that much-needed surgery simply because of fear? Or that hard conversation you know you need to have with a friend? Or that much-needed phone call you need to make? Or moving out of a bad situation simply because of fear? And whether it's the fear of pain, the fear of rejection, the fear of the unknown, the fear of embarrassment, the fear of potential danger, fear is nothing more than negative expectation. And when you live your life every day with negative expectation, it's like driving through life with one foot on the brake. What would I do if I wasn't afraid? From my experience, procrastinators basically wrestle with two kinds of fear. There's the fear of failure. I'm afraid I won't do it good enough. And that just keeps us stuck. And then strangely, there's the fear of success. If I do this well, they might ask me to do it again. And then I'll have to maintain this level of excellence. And I'm not sure I want to be a high achiever. See, it's easier, it's just safer to live in that mode of someday I'll. It's harder just to take action. It's not easy to risk looking like a fool. It's not easy to risk making mistakes. It's not easy to invite the critics into your life or to take responsibility for your own life. But you have to face those fears. And remember, courage is not the absence of fear. It's partnering up with God and moving ahead in spite of your fear. You're going to have to get intentional like I did and establish a plan. You got to establish a game plan to get out of this stuff, and to let it go and start living. And if you're going to make progress, you got to get a plan. Use the calendar on your phone. Download an app that could help you plan your day, to send you reminders and alarms and such. Make a to-do list the night before and prioritize like A, B, C, D, and then move it on the next day when you didn't get C and D done to A and B, and get on a budget. Eliminate clutter in your life. Throw a bunch of junk away. Think of ways to simplify everything. Get a filing system instead of like a piling system. Leave the house like a half hour earlier to get to school. We're only here for a while and then we're gone. You could start living today.